The time has finally come. We have entered the age of Aquarius, the very last era of man's journey on this earth. And it is now time to tell a story to all mankind. A story that may well seem incredible, but at its heart there is only awareness, knowledge, and truth. The truth of ancient knowledge. It's no coincidence that over the past decades, new tools, ideas, strategies, solutions, and business models have been emerging, which are revolutionizing the world and will continue to do so. Today, the individual has returned to center stage, both on a global and multimedia level. What am I referring to? Exponential organizations. Never heard of them? I believe that you have. If I say Google, Booking.com, Uber, Airbnb, Groupon, you have heard. I knew it. But perhaps I'm confusing you. So let us go back to the beginning, to the truth. You should know, my friend, that the oldest Egyptian myth of the creation stated that in a time still without time, when the earth was just born and magic flowed powerfully, the first life form appeared, the personification of life energy. It was she, with her breath, that gave energy, harmony, and balance to the world. It was she who first enjoyed the majestic spectacle of the sun rising and setting, and became its symbol. She was known by many names. Bennu, she who first rises again, or morning star. When she opened her eyes for the first time, her view of the earth was ecstatic, and she instantly fell in love with it. Her desire to go forth into the world and discover all the wonders that she beheld was such that her body emanated a powerful wave of energy, and she transformed herself into a flaming bird of fire and took flight. The great mother goddess was born, and of the many names she has been given, her favorite was the Phoenix. The myth of the Phoenix and her legends are found among all the world's most ancient cultures, and through the resurrection, it has always symbolized everything that persists even after death itself. You don't believe me? Look it up. It's found in the culture of the Sumerians, the Native Americans, the Russians, and the Jews, as well as the Chinese, the Hindus, the Buddhists, and the Japanese, not to mention those of ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, and ancient Rome. Post fata resurgo. After death I rise again, to life. This has allowed the Phoenix to traverse the oceans of time, undisturbed. She has been cited and described by Herodotus, Tacitus, and even Ovid in his Metamorphoses. Her tales are told in ancient Egyptian and Greek myths, and even in the Bible. Job even describes the Phoenix as a symbol of divine wisdom that has always represented death and rebirth, transformation, and change. After her transformation, she traveled everywhere and learned all the secrets of the globe. Omnia mecum porto mea. I carry everything I own, or rather, all that I know, all that I am. She traveled light, unburdened, and did so in the form of a bird. Sometimes she would be an eagle, Other times she would be an ibis, a grey or red heron, a pheasant, or a peacock. Every time that she stopped somewhere, she learned all there was to know and resumed her journey with a greater wealth of knowledge, but still as light as the wings of the birds whose shape she assumed. No secrets could be kept from her. She knew everything. The phoenix loved all creatures indistinctly, but her favorite was man, who at the time was a hybrid between the animal and the magical world, without fangs or magic, vulnerable and endangered more than any other creature, and perpetually poised between two worlds. The phoenix decided to help man and to give him gifts. One night, through a dream, one of her most powerful magical abilities, the phoenix endowed the spirit of man with self-confidence, determination, and perseverance. She endowed him with ingenuity, imagination, and creativity. She filled his heart with the most noble, profound feelings, such as love, hope, and courage. And above all, left him free to choose to be master of his own future. Over time, the phoenix also gave man practical gifts like fire, the plow, and the wheel. She shared the secret power of plants so that he might heal himself and relieve his pain, and showed him how to interact with animals so that he could domesticate some of them to obtain mutual benefits. She taught him about the sky so that it could guide him on his journeys, and more. And along the way, she refined his life with the arts, such as painting, poetry, and music. She continued to guide and assist man throughout his millennia of evolution, acting as a source of inspiration for new ideas, whispering to the hearts of all men in their dreams. The phoenix knew, however, that there would be a price to pay. She knew that in accordance with the principle of balance across the world, those gifts would give rise to their opposites. And that is how dark feelings like selfishness, envy and revenge, and ultimately hatred, found their way into the very hearts of men, and so gave rise to violence, war, and destruction. And so, in order to stem this, the phoenix decided to establish an order of guardians, made up of special men and women selected and trained by herself, who, generation after generation, would be capable of overseeing and protecting man from himself, who would safeguard the power that stemmed from the ancient knowledge, and at the same time would hand it down to mankind, to the Chosen Ones. The Chosen Ones are open-minded, curious, and hungry for knowledge. They perceive things that are under the eyes of everyone from a different perspective. They have sensitive hearing, capable of seizing upon the nuances of new and ancient stories. Their open, generous hearts are willing to accept new things. Open and courageous spirits, they are ready for any adventure. So, my friend, this is all I am able to reveal today. But wait, there is still one more little secret that I can reveal: the place of the phoenix's nest. The phoenix had a special love for the Mediterranean Sea and the countryside along its borders, and many legends exist about her in this area. It was in the Mediterranean region that she decided to make her home. She adored the Nile and the land of Egypt, as well as the Greek islands. But as her home, she chose a land that had a unique climate, as it does to this day, as well as a unique wealth of biodiversity. A land where the phoenix could admire Europe's tallest mountain, imposing volcanoes, breathtaking seascapes, white, black, and pink beaches, lush forests, and endless mountain ranges whose wondrous shapes would help her orientate herself in flight, and where she would always feel at home. A land where the world's greatest number of plant and animal species lived, and still do to this day. Italy, which was her home even before man walked the earth. Today, Italy is home to an astounding 58,000 different animal species, followed by China, with only 20,000 species. There are also over 7,000 plant species, many of which are in danger of extinction, while Brazil ranks second with 3,000 species, including the Amazon rainforest. Amazing, is it not? But I still have more surprises. It is known that the phoenix was fond of apples and grapes. And can you guess how many species there are in Italy? Over 990 of the 1,200 that exist worldwide. There are over 1,800 indigenous varieties of grapevines in Italy, while France has only 200. Italy boasts 70% of the world's artistic treasures and has given birth to the greatest minds of each century, including artists, inventors, musicians, explorers, emperors, and leaders from every historical era. Just a coincidence? Do you really think that is the case? The truth is often hidden among falsehoods or less accredited legends, or is so deeply linked to mysterious events that only a part of the truth can be revealed to protect it from prying minds and keep the secrets guarded from the unworthy. Now do you understand why I am telling you this? The time has come to prepare for the return of the Phoenix. We, the Guardians of the Order, are here to assist and guide those who are willing to accept the challenge of the Phoenix and penetrate a world of fantastic adventures where mysteries from the ancient past are intertwined with secrets hidden in the present. Extraordinary places to be discovered, 7 enigmas to be solved, where the chosen one is you. The decision is up to you. Are you ready to take part? Are you ready to take the 7 steps along the pathway to mystery? The Guardians of the Order await you. May the light of truth and knowledge illuminate your path and your choices, my friend.